My paper is about operational risk and strategies during times of uncertainties, a case study. Operational risk constitutes all the hazards that company exposes itself to when conducting its routine business within a given framework and industry. Operational risk during pandemic lockdown. According to Deloitte 2020 Business Experience Risk on Continuity Management, the pandemic has significantly impacted infrastructure development and the economy. The cybercrimes increased as the imposed lockdown has led to more people to be confined at home, increasingly relying on the internet. Most of the organizations have found it difficult to manage employees during the lockdown period, and some have resorted to developing alternative ways to manage employees by working from home. Communication. The communication between the leader and employees has become through digital technology. So some of them fail to manage their employees remotely. There is two objectives for my research. First of all, is it identify the prevalent operation risks that companies face during pandemic lockdowns. The second one, determine the preferred risk management strategies that companies use to stay afloat. The methodology. The study used qualitative research design. There were 3 businesses owners who participated in the online focused interview. I chose these businesses because they reflect different effects. The participants are the owners of flower shop, which stopped for 1 year during the lockdown. Constructions businesses closed for less than 1 year, and the restaurant stopped for 1 month. Method of analysis. The study used discourse analysis. The data were presented in tabular format. Procedures. I interviewed the participants online via Zoom. I asked open-ended questions for the participants, and they shared their experience and stories. I sorted the responses according to the types of operational risks. I grouped the results into risks and strategies. I make the results and strategies in 3 tables. Table 1, operational risk and strategy in the term of process. Business closure for 1 month, restaurant business to 1 year, flower shop, and full closure for the construction. So the strategy was, there was full stop of operation to reduce the cost. The construction business was shut down totally, and the planet was sold. The construction business was converted into oil and gas businesses. Second risk, due to the limited work hours, the companies cannot catch up with the orders and deliveries on time. For example, during Ramadan, nobody ordered morning time. So during closing, there were limited time for order and delivery. So the strategy is the restaurant pre-cooked the food because of the limited working hours. The third risk, cost-cutting measures due to the drop in income. So the strategy is a reduction in the number of employees and streamlining of the process. The fourth risk is the finished goods were in stock for longer periods. So some of them sell the old stocks at the lower prices. Table 2 is about the operational risk and strategies in terms of people. Due to a decrease in sales, the cost of salary needs to decrease. So the strategies of the employees were retrenched. The second risk, the limited number of operating hours need to be maximized to meet the orders. So the employees need to work in shifts. The third risk, the cost of hiring employees also increased. So the strategy is reduction in the number of new employees. The last table is about the operational risk and strategy in terms of systems. First risk, due to the health restrictions, there are less customers visiting the shops. So the strategy is home delivery was introduced. The second risk, market reach is very limited. So social marketing was used. Due to decreased sales, the shop incurred high losses. So the owner shouldered all the losses. In conclusion, different types of businesses experienced unavoidable operational risks during the pandemic. The only option left for the companies during the pandemic lockdowns is risk minimization, which some companies opted for full closure of their business to avert the risks. In order to mitigate the risks, the companies need to adopt new systems to keep them attuned to the changing demands. Thus, online business is the new model for continuity management.
You have 2 minutes more.
Experiences shared by the business owners showed the mild to extreme effects of pandemic lockdown that lead to the full closure and sale of the construction company. The participants of the study may be limited, but their stories and experience reflect the entire industry. Research limitations, applications. The study is a good background on the real experience of the business owners during the lockdown that will eventually give the government fundamental data for economic recovery. The study has very limited number of participants, which can be increased in future studies. Thank you for listening.